Sometimes I hate my brain. I'm honestly freaking out. Hi, baby boy. Say hello. I see my slow demise into drifting over the course of the coming weeks. Good morning, and happy day one of Nano. I'm honestly freaking out. I think the biggest reason I'm like so worried is because I feel like I'm spread really thin. Just to give you an insight into my life right now, I have a puppy. He's not even 6 months old yet. He's 5.5 months old. And that's a lot of work, just like, you know, he's basically potty trained now, which is great, but you know, he's very playful. He needs a lot of exercise. He needs a lot of interaction. I'm not sure if you can hear him playing in the background right now. I have a full-time job that requires a lot of brain power. Then on top of my full-time job and having a puppy, which I think is like a lot, I'm very lucky in that I have really amazing mentors. And I still have papers that I need to publish for my PhD. But then on top of it, I'm working on finishing another paper with my boss, my old boss. And so I have like 2 PhD papers to finish. I have 1 postdoc paper to finish. And it just like feels like a lot right now. And then on top of it, it's like I'm raising a puppy, I have a full-time job, and I'm trying to maintain a YouTube channel and trying to write a freaking book. And I feel like I have like 3 jobs, and I don't know how I'm gonna balance it all, and I'm gonna do my best. And the thing is, I think that makes me upset is like I obviously want to be a published author. Like that's why I started this page. That's why I write so much. It's like I love the craft, I love writing, and it's been such a huge part of my life for the past like 4 years. I just feel like in the list of priorities, it always comes last. It's just like one of those things that I have to prioritize last. And so like, I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to make this November work, how to balance it with all of like my actual job and then my like scientific career. I don't wanna keep feeling like I'm treading water. And I feel like for the past several years, like yes, I've been leveling up with my craft. Like yes, I have a short story published. Like yes, all of these things that have been like small increments that have made me feel like, okay, I'm getting more accomplished, I'm getting more skilled in this craft, but at the same time, I still feel just as far away from having a book published as ever. I want to get there, but at the same time, like I want to put something out in the world that I'm like abundantly proud of. I think I have like 5 books in the works at various different stages at this point. I think I was really debating if I even wanted to draft a new book in November or if I wanted to edit an older manuscript that had been sitting for a while. But I think for my mental health and for my creative brain, like I think it would be really good to sit down and draft something, because I haven't drafted anything new in a year, I want to say. And so it feels like the right time to do that. But again, it's this kind of like push and pull between like I want to feel accomplished and like I'm actually moving towards this larger goal. I think the hardest part of where I'm at right now with life is like I do my best work when I hit a flow state, but unfortunately because I have a puppy, like it's actually really hard to hit a flow state because you constantly have like a little creature that wants your attention, and it just like constantly pulls you out of the zone. And I'm sure like parents can relate to this too, where it just feels like I can't get to that flow state that I crave, because flow state I feel like is where like the magic happens. I think I'm gonna just try to experiment with how I can best get into flow state. And I think that's gonna have to do with just like uninterrupted time, finding a good playlist that I can just like slip into things. Yeah, and seeing how that goes. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make some coffee, and then I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna start drafting this book. And let's just see, let's just go with it. let's just go with it. I'll check in with you guys later. Okay, day one check-in. I have written 578 words so far. Actually way more than I thought I would be able to at this point of the day. I was able to join Cody's live stream, which was great and helped me kind of get a head start. I was just really nervous to start writing. And honestly, I know why. I think I have no idea what the story is going to be about. And right now we're at this really interesting opening. I have my main character with her two best friends who are kind of gone. I think this is a meet cute. Am I writing a romance novel? This is really the issue with pantsing, is you're just like, let's find out. I don't know. Is this gonna be a tragedy? I don't know. Sometimes I hate my brain. It's fine. I'm excited to get more words later. I'm excited to flesh out the scene. I want to get kind of as concrete a scene as I can at the moment. And I think some of this, I'm starting to figure out what my main character's character arc is going to be, and I think it's going to be interesting. I'm excited to figure it out, but so far the words are going good. I'm at a third of where I need to be for the day, so a few more words, and honestly, I'm okay if I have to do some heavy lifting on the weekends and I don't write a ton during the week, so let's see. Wish me luck. On day 4 of the November drafting diaries, and I am freezing, so I am cuddled into a blanket. Do you want to come out? Jump up. Yes, good boy. You're so cute. It's disgusting. Was that too far? Did I take it too far? I'm so sorry. I had the goal of 50,000 words by the end of November for the November drafting diaries. And that meant that we had to hit 1,667 words a day. I just round up and I say, I have to meet at least 1,700 words a day. Honestly, I am very glad to report that the writing has been going very well. I think I've been over meeting my goal. I've been writing more than 1,700 words a day. I think we're at 5,500 words of the total draft so far. I haven't written anything yet today, but we're close to 6,000 words, I think, which is awesome. Okay, look at these giant teeth. So we've been definitely meeting our goal, and I've been truly falling in love with this story. I really have shiny new project syndrome, where the first 10 to 15,000 words of a project are just so exciting, and I just fall in love with the project. And then after that, it's okay, this is hot garbage and I want to set it on fire. So we're not yet at the hot garbage stage, which I love. We're gonna be there soon. Don't worry, we will. But we're not there yet, so we really just have to enjoy the ride while we can. I actually shared my first scene with Mick and Becca. I got some good feedback with them. It seems like the voice of the scene is really strong, and I have some things that I have to edit, and it's so hard when you're in drafting stage and you get feedback to not go back and edit. It's really exciting to sink your teeth into something, and that drafting fever really takes over. And I think it's also getting feedback on like draft 1 makes me enjoy editing more, because I think actually like going in to edit after you've spent a long time away from it, or after like only you have seen the project, I don't know, something about having like Mick and Becca check over my initial draft, even if it was just one scene, just made me like excited to put more out there and to like get more written, which was great. So I'm gonna keep plotting away, not plotting, I'm gonna keep drafting away, and I'll continue to keep you guys updated. I love the feeling of like walking around and like cleaning my apartment, and just my mind keeps wandering back to the story. I will say I wish I had an easier time with banter. I feel like this idea lends itself really well to like good banter, and maybe that's something that's just gonna get refined like as I edit and I revise once this draft is done. But so far so good. I've been really enjoying the process, and you know, early days, we're gonna see my slow demise into drafting over the course of the coming weeks. 3 scenes written. I'm working on scene 4 now, and right now it feels just like very fun, like getting into the vibe and getting into the characters. And honestly, because I pants, like trying to figure out what this freaking whole story is going to be. Like, do I want it to be fun and entertaining, or like deep and emotional? And I think I want to strike a balance between both. We're gonna get some words later tonight, and I will check in with you tomorrow morning. We have a special guest again today. Ollie, would you like to say hello? Today it's November 5th. It is election day, so I'm anxious, but I'm working a half day today, and then I'm going to get a haircut later. And so hopefully I'll be able to get some words in. But yesterday honestly was the first day that I didn't meet my word goal. And I think the issue was I got stuck in like an editing loop where I was trying to revise my 3rd scene instead of just like going on and writing a new one. But I am happy with the work that I did. Like, I think I got the scenes into good shape so that I'm happy with where they're at. So I think we're at like somewhere in the 6,000 range. We didn't meet my goal yesterday of 6,800. I think we might either be like 62, anywhere between 6,200 and 6,500. I can't remember. I think I got 1,200 words yesterday instead of my goal of 1,700, which, you know, not ideal, but so it is what it is. I am not beating myself up over it, but I was kind of like, I like to meet my goals, and I was really trying to do it. And I think daylight savings just kind of messed me up because I got tired really early, and my brain just was like, it's an hour later than it actually is. I have been writing for several hours a day, and if that means like maybe my word count is like 1,000 words a day or something, or like 1,200 words during the weekday, and then during the weekends when I have a little bit more time it's longer, then you know, like that's just what that means, and that's fine. I think in the next couple of days I'm gonna hit the 10K mark, and I'm about to get to like the first plot point, and that is where all of the difficulties kind of start, because I have a really hard time with like the fun and games section, or act 2, or as they call it, the swampy middle. So it's going to be really interesting to navigate this book, because I don't really have goalposts. Like, I think I vaguely know where I want to take it, but I really am just like discovery writing as I go, which honestly I love. Like, I've really missed being in this creative zone, this creative space where I'm just like drafting and enjoying the process. And I think so far the book is very vibey. It's funny, I want to say, and I've been having fun writing it, but I am noticing that I think I'm being a little bit more perfectionistic about this draft than I have in previous drafts. Like, normally I would just like speed right through it, but this time I'm kind of like trying to take a little bit more time, which I think is kind of why yesterday I had a hard time meeting that word count, because I really like took the time to like think it through of like, okay, like what do I want to have happen here? And I took the time to kind of like sink in and put in some description and really think about the banter. And I think this book is going to be very banter heavy, and I love writing dialogue, but I also am very particular about it, and so it just like kind of takes me a little bit. Yeah, we're figuring it out as we go, and I feel like right now the project still feels very exciting. I really enjoy the main character. And I can see where I want her arc to go. And I think it's a good arc. Like, I'm really excited for that resolution at the end. Everything else, I have no idea. I have literally no idea. So we're just gonna have to figure it out. I really miss drafting. There's something about turning on that creative space in my brain and finding out these new characters and finding out their interactions and their dynamics and like what the vibe and the voice is going to be. And I really love just like sinking in and finding myself thinking about the story even as I'm going about during my day. Like, that's one of the funnest parts, is when I realize I'm trying to like solve this puzzle piece that is this book when I'm doing something completely different. So far it's been good. I will bet money that the next vlog that you get from me is going to be like, this is a pile of hot trash. But right now, we're still at beginning stages where we're still kind of in love. So stay tuned. I think I'm going to end this vlog here, actually. So this is going to be Nano Days 1 through 5. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to have a bunch of vlogs like this to catalog my first draft diaries. So I'll see you in the next one, and thank you so much for watching.